It's Tuesday, 2nd of April, and I'm out doing a walk around the neighbourhood, see how busy it is, see how many people are out on the street, just to get an idea of what's going on. Strange walking around the streets. It's kind of eerie. Every corner you've got to be careful walking around, just in case you bump into someone coming the other way. Petrol prices are collapsing because few people are using their cars. People are queuing outside of Sainsbury's again, 2 meters or more apart, and they're letting a handful of people in at a time. People out there wearing masks. Certainly weren't doing that a couple of weeks ago. Staying in is not so much a problem. It's the mood swings. You read a bit of news or watch a bit of the news, and there's hope of some sort of a breakthrough, or the number of daily infections is starting to even out, and then before you know it, there's some more bad news. So it's really kind of hard to keep a settled state of mind, even though we live in comfort and we've got everything that we need. The big debate now is about testing and how the government is nowhere near achieving its stated goal of getting 25,000 people tested every single day. I think I saw a statistic yesterday that out of 1.5 million workers in the NHS, only 2,000 people have been tested so far, and that hospitals are reporting 25% of staff are off. It's the same story on ventilators, where the government has been bold in its claims about other manufacturers coming to the rescue and producing new designs with new consortia or collaborations between big blue chip companies. But the government doesn't level with us. It doesn't tell us how many are going to be coming in what week. They just keep saying it's going to ramp up. Well, things always ramp up. That's always the case. But what people are really searching for now is numbers and confidence that the government is in control. And I think one of the big challenges that the government is facing, and they're not being open about it, is that they're trying to compete in the global market for their share of the capacity of key manufacturers of hardware and for chemicals and for pharmaceuticals. And I think they don't want to tell the British people or the world at large that really we've fallen asleep on the job to a certain degree. It was always going to be difficult, but it's incredibly difficult now when everybody else is chasing the same capacity and every country is facing shortages of these essential materials. The government simply doesn't have the leverage over these suppliers, these global suppliers that are headquartered and have their manufacturing bases in other countries. One of the things you see on these quiet suburban roads in this semi-lockdown is quite a few joggers getting out and about and doing their exercise, which is fantastic. But you're also seeing car drivers taking risks that they perhaps otherwise wouldn't do. So a car just passed me doing about 40 miles an hour in a 30-mile zone. Obviously assuming that there's not going to be a car around the bend at the top of this road. Walking the streets is a game of zigzag. You come upon somebody 50 yards coming in the opposite direction. It's not exactly a game of chicken, but you know that one of you is going to cross to the other side. It gets tricky when it's busy. You're back and forward across the road like nobody's business. All these houses with rainbows painted on paper and card and posted in the window in support of people working in the emergency services. That's what it's like in April 2020. People are mostly really good. They're keeping their distance from each other. Everyone, I think, at least everyone around here seems pretty conscious about what's going on and are avoiding taking too many risks. I wonder when I'll be back here buying stuff. Lots of people coming to the park, but who can blame them when the sun's out? If I lived local to the park, I think I'd be here a lot more often than I am. Another 500 and odd people died today. That takes it up to close, or around 3,000. I think they're predicting that by the end of the week we might be losing 1,000 people a day. So this lockdown has to continue for a while yet before we start seeing those curves flatten. But this is a catastrophe. I don't know how long we're going to be like this. Time to head home.